Who is Peter? Rome? Rudius, EXP? Oh my goodness.
Wait, this must be a mistake, isn't it? No, it's gonna go on
No,
jungle.
not mistake. Yahiko wants to go lane tonight. They just switched their whole lineup. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Land of Dawn, because we have an interesting game tonight. Not because of matchup. CRQ at round robin day 6 changed their whole lane and roles. What is this? You have Who is Peter playing Rome for the first time ever I'm seeing. Godlike on the jungle, Yahiko on gold lane, Rudius on EXP. What's happening? We're gonna have an intense match tonight, that's for sure. Anyways, mid lane, a lot of pressure. Bid already taken down by Who is Peter right there.
And I don't know, this you know, going down because of the last providing.
Debbie's having some connectivity issues. Hopefully she's back with me pretty soon. But in the mid lane, Van takes down the Zushin and will be back. The Zushin will be back in a while, but that kill going into Van, who's of course on the Snowball jungle, is going to be really priceful. An RWM in the mid lane already used. They're still going in strong. They want to take it down, but not going to be enough. There's going to be 4 members, and IMU popping in. Rudius taking out pretty low. Going to be a kill, but Suyo captures the turtle for his team. Just a 2-for-2 trade. Debbie, are you back with me?
Yeah, we are back here, but I'm still surprised by the fact that Godlike is into the jungle and Yahiko directly going to the golden side. But hey, it's gonna be an invasion coming through here. Art with the guard, thought they're very, very comfortable on top of that. But Peter, man, like I said, okay, tech charge.
Yep, tech charge being used. He was actually the one getting pretty low. AOG trying to use, but too much chain CC. Cancel it out, taking a kill. 2-for-3. Take a look into those itemization. What are they prioritizing, Debbie? Oh, top lane! Could not even focus. The Grok gets taken down by Romcom right there.
Yep, that was a fast movement coming through here. But looking at the emblems and the build so far, I think it's gonna be a first build onto the Ice Queen, one for a bit. I think, yeah, I don't know. I don't recommend that's the first build, but you know what? It works. If it works with the slowdown, then it can usually be used. Onto the other hand, though, that's gonna be an elegant gem and a tough boot for Kyra. I'm so used to saying Peter onto the Jushin, but it's gonna be Kyra, so yeah, it's gonna have to have a very better time with the crowd control here. So far, Godlike are actually the one controlling onto the lane here, but onto the bot lane, gone. Look at that.
Oh, yep, that's gonna be a pressure on Fate. Yahiko takes down. Oh, that's a flicker right there. Not inexpensive, but really good one. But Godlike gets decimated. Taken out right there. There's gonna be Crimson Bacon along with, of course, the tech charge. Enough, but that comes in with the upper side. Gets the Maniac right under 5 minutes. Securing it. What just happened? Van, maybe CRQ changing all your members' roles was not the call tonight.
But yeah, you go back into the jungle, man. Come on. I've been talking about the carry he is, but damn. Let's see the consequences.
He took it too literally.
He want to carry from the gold lane side, but there was a perfect ton and engage coming through from Van actually, and the tech charge was definitely gonna be better from Peter, but then Yahiko got taken down, Van getting left untouched, and then he got the Sky Piercer on top of that. He's looking so well for the side of Godlike here. You don't want to see it. Top lane, Rudius got the flicker away, but they have to take on the turtle here. I think this is definitely gonna be free because Rudius, he can't rotate at this point.
Yep, but at the same time, there's gonna be 3 members in the bush. Kyra, you're outside. Better get in. But the vision is gonna be there. Oh, Van gonna be coming in. It's with a steal, just popping in. There's gonna be the AOG. Godlike gets taken out, getting stunned, immobilized at the end of the RWM. But with this, they are trying to perhaps retaliate, but there's not gonna be enough mana. Here comes Romcom, uses the cloud form, but doesn't really find anybody just yet. The score is 8-5, and Van, he's on the rampage. 6 kills, 0 deaths, no assists so far. He's a monster at this point with that outplay on the bottom lane.
Yep. That was a W move coming through from the side of Godlike here. They are able to take out onto the Retribution on top of that too. Against the Suyo, it's definitely gonna be not the best idea, but Yahiko, BMI, he don't have it.
Yep. Already used BMI. Does he have the flicker? It's gonna be coming in back just now when he died. That is unfortunate. but that's gonna be another kill. Godlike secured for, of course, Godlike Van. And with this, they're still gonna be going in strong. There's gonna be Unbreakable Taunt coming in. There's the tech charge right there, but Kyra getting in so much pressure. Fade takes the kill. And right now, looking at the map, what can CRQ do? They just gotta pick up the crumbs, and that's what Gonigon is trying to do towards the bottom side, picking up the buffs away from Van, but the level difference slowly increasing, Debbie.
Yeah, this is increasing and definitely gonna be very much better for the hands of Godlike for Van here, but mid lane again?
Again, there's gonna be the chessboard. It's gonna be a kill for Bid. He takes down Rudius, and on the other side, there's gonna be Fade going in very aggressively, but that's gonna be the Jushin coming in with the Crimson Beacon, but he has enough dashes to get out. And you know, Debbie, we discussed the brawl. It is there.
There we go. This is why we love the brawl, and we love Godl for it too, because they love going for the brawl. But CRQ is much of an adaptation kind of squad, but here they have to adapt to the brawl that Godl has been bringing onto the table. But the fact is that they don't have the lead that they are looking for, because even if they try to go for the fights, Godl will still be winning, because there's always going to be an entrance coming from Van here, who is Peter actually taking out a lot of damage. That was... no way, they did that with a tank, which is a Grok, by the way. And the third turtle, the final turtle, will be coming through again, and I think this should be into the hands of Godella as well.
I think it's definitely the fact that the level difference is just insane. Who is here is level 7 compared to Van, who's level 12 right now. That's a 5 level deficit you're seeing. Just a massive damage difference coming in already. Grok will not even be able to do anything to the YSS right now. This last turtle goes into the hands of Godlike. Fate secures it instead. He doesn't really use up the retribution. Van just wants to perhaps farm even faster and get back to the fights. Lord's going to be coming up in 110 seconds. Until then, we're going to be maybe waiting, but looking at how the pace of the game is going, we're going to be seeing fights. Because look at that, here comes the Mountain Chocker. There's gonna be Rudius going in with the initiating. There's gonna be the BM, the Blazing Duet. You have the RWM going in as well. Is it enough though? The side of CRQ finally making the clap back. Van is the one to shut it down, falling in. Double kill secured. Here comes the Valkyrie's D-stand. Is there anybody? There's no one, unfortunately, but mid lane. Gonna be a lot of fun. Rudius tanky enough to take it. Goes back right now, and Godlike just lost their main member. Van getting the shutdown, and we get an instant replay right there. Break it down, what happened, Debbie.
I really love the fact that they were able to target onto Van there. I think it wasn't even his positioning that was bad. It was that he did not have the tauntless there, and giving the shutdown kill onto the hands of the trio, definitely not the best idea. They traded it out, but it's still definitely going to be in favor of the side of CRQ here, because even if they were trying to go, okay, 1v1.
Whoa, that's a one Van wins it by the shock factor, coming in from the bush like a predator and takes down the prey. There was Yahiko, but the moment he saw it is inevitable he left as well.
Yeah, that was definitely not part of the plan for Gonigon there. He going for the James Banks tank with the Sky Piercer, but so far he's got the 2 stacks already, but it's decreased down by the kill onto from Van here, and Van is also the one onto the Sky Piercer on top of that. He is a Yi Xunshin with a level lead, so this was definitely gonna be a good call for the side of Godel. Fate though, eating out the turrets onto the top lane. He's just trying to go in for more. I don't think it's gonna be dying anytime soon, but there is also a fact that Crooksukum, they cannot really go. Oh wait, Van?
Towards the river area, there's gonna be the purple buff now. AOG getting used up. Art might be getting caught in a little bit of a fray right there. There's gonna be the engage popping in so many resources. There's gonna be the chessboard. Van takes the kill onto Rudius. They're looking for a little bit more, but Fate, he gets caught out a little bit too deep in the enemy territories, gets taken out as well. And with this, by the looks of it, both of them going for a 1-for-1 trade. Might maybe go for the Lord. Let's see what happens. But CRQ, you gotta look towards the top lane of your side.
You know, the game wasn't supposed to look this good for CRQ here. The fact that into the early stages of the game, Yi Xunshin Van was able to get a good kill, right? A Maniac on top of that, and this kind of stopped everything from happening for their side here. But then, one fight was all it takes. The shutdown kill onto Van, he got 55 seconds to the Sky Piercer already. They need to shut him down again the second time. But that kind of gave them a bit of a goal lead into the hands of Gonigon, and he's got the items already. Still, they cannot go for the fights. They should send Yahiko onto the top lane, trying to clear it out so that they will be able to get our compensation, give away this Lord on top of that. This is only the way they can play. But look at the Gonigon! What?
Oh my goodness, Gonigon does get taken down, but he makes the play, takes out a Lord for him. Same, but look at that insane brawl happening with so many resources getting thrown toward the side of CRQ. That's gonna be 4 members down in immediate But at the same time, Yahiko on the other side gonna be able to take down a turret. Lord's gonna be coming up, but there is a holy shield. So the Lord will get defended. No. Shield actually popped up by the minion that he cleared. Really good call.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be going in back right now to defend the base. Despite losing 4 members, CRQ still comes out on top.
I forgot this was India for a split second right there, man. I was actually trying to focus on how they can, you know, go for the discipline route, but then CRQ were like, you know what, this is the day that I'm gonna make you so wrong with the way you're analyzing the games. But then, yeah, Gunny happened there, got a kill onto the Lord, but they did lose onto a lot of members. But then mid lane, wait.
Mid lane gonna be the pressure right there. There's gonna be the tech charge. AOG used up as well. Both of the tanks use it up, but at the same time, let's see. There's gonna be the Crimson Beacon popping in. Gonna be lifting it up. Rudius right there in towards the bush. Perhaps I was looking for a target. Does not find it for now. But the 12 minutes are up, ladies and gentlemen. So that means one thing. No more holy shields and no more defensive turrets. That means the Lord will go straight towards the inhibitor. Let's take a look into the builds, Debbie.
Yeah, it's a direct BOD for Mr. Gonigon there. I mean, he's so used to playing out damage into the gold lane side that he's definitely going to try to go for a damage onto the seal as well. No War X, he's completely ignoring that. And I think it's very understandable because the BOD plus the Sky Piercer is a very disgusting combination. You know, the lower your HP is, the more damage you're going to be dealing. Nothing really work about Van. It's going to be onto the run here, but still, he's the one ahead onto the goal. He have a lot of itemization on his kit already, but one thing for sure, bid, brute force bid, but look at the tech charge.
Yep, tech charge popping in, as well as Romcom comes in with the clouds and the roars. There's going to be 2 back-to-back with the IMU as well. AOG into the backside, RWM, but Rudius will fall. There's going to be a double kill. Can we make it a triple? Wow. Yes, we do. Van goes in for back-to-back triple kills. Could have been a Maniac, but Accession will be able to retreat. That's 3 members down. The jungler and the mid lane going to be staying up, but will they be able to defend? Look at the lane syncs. So incredible. Minions rushing in every place. Minions going to be popping in on the inhibitor, putting in the pressure. It's gonna get melted away. Immediate art towards the top. Bottom side fade. All the inhibitors will fall for the side of CRQ. And with this, it's looking grim. Bo, look at that. He wants to pull in the Zushin. Could not do it. But oh, look at Van. So aggressive. But that might be, you might be paying a price. Shut down. That was a blunder. Right now, the jungler is down. And with this, the RW is gonna be on the place. But oh, the tech charge dodging out with the flicker. Romcom gonna be the perhaps the scapegoat. And yes, indeed, they lose 2 of their members. But at the same time, the minions are rushing in towards the base. They have to defend with 1 person while the rest go for the Lord. That could be a massive blunder for Van going in so deep inside the base.
I mean, I do understand the fact that he have a lot of gold into his hands, but constantly giving a shutdown kill into the hands of CRQ is definitely not the best idea. You know, still, it was Kyra who was getting that shutdown kill, but still, it's so much worth it for the side of CRQ now. They will be able to get onto the Lord. They are scaling heroes. They have the late game heroes onto their side. The Freya meal will come down a little bit into the later part of the game where the clock will come online, but he cannot be, you know, ruled out, but still. Yahiko already got 4 items on his kit already. When he have the Wind of Nature, he can go on a fight when he wants to dive in. Even if he want to go for the Winter Transcend, I think it's definitely going to be enough. But with the lot being taken, I think they want to focus onto the mid side here. Everyone trying to take down this mid lane in turrets here. Look at the good zoning coming through from Rudius. That is a tank Valentina, by the way.
Just for the, of course, when you're going to be going for the tank Valentina, copying a mage ultimate, you're not going to be dishing any damage, but just for the zoning, that is the W right there. They get the inhibitor, the tier 1 by 1, but oh, the Grok's getting melted. Here comes a real RWM. Who is Peter gets melted and taken out. With this 5 versus 4, the Lord's going to be coming up on top. The side of CRQ, what do? Looks like they do not want to actually push. They just are happy with the tier 1.
They can't actually go for the push because Rudius died there. He is the only one that could go for the initiation here. And the fact that still Godlike are very healthy onto the HPs, and the Romcom still have his ultimate available if you want to go for those engages here, but they won't because they want to go for the defense. They don't want to go for the aggression this time around even without the presence of the Grok, because they sure know that they need to clear onto the lanes. They are now on a 50-50 situation with the goal lead. I think the goal lead is actually non-existent at this point because everyone is so healthy. They have all the damage onto the hands of Yahiko too, even Gone, even Kyra, he got the Whistling Lantern already. But you know what, one thing for sure is that Bid, even though he get engaged on, I don't think he will be dying anytime soon because he got the brute force onto the Eve, and even without the presence of the brute force, the Eve has a lot of tankiness in comparison to other mages. So it's a tough subject for CRQ who they want to go for the engage upon.
Exactly right. Because right now it is a massive question of what's going to happen for the next few minutes. Like you mentioned, Hui Speeder right now has a crucial role to play. He's technically the only frontline they have. He's the only real tank, but looks like we're going to be seeing an AOG popping in on the backside. Rudy is going to get taken down. Doesn't really matter, you're building up the tank. The damage is too much. Here it comes. Oh, wow. Dashing from the slam, coming in with the rom-com. With this going in, Black, DMI coming in, blazing duet. A lot of damage, but doesn't really matter. The damage is going to be enough. Double kill secured. And right now, doesn't really matter what's happening. Triple kill again for Van. They secure the game immediately. 180. Godlike clap back like nothing even happened, and they take the game number 1.
Game number 1. A bit of a blunder here and there, but that is Godlike for you. They're gonna have to come back with the same mistake that they have made so far, but congratulations to them winning out the game number 1, and I think they prefer